Via wiser now. What we're finding now is that some of the sources that we've had have clammed up. They're under new NDAs, they've got gag orders. We don't get as much intel as we'd like. That's the bad side. The good side is it shows that we're so close to this going because they don't want certain leaks to come out of certain portions of this exchange procedure and everything. They just want to have it quiet. That's a good sign. You are involved in this dinar investment. The next step is the most crucial. It's the most dangerous for you. I'm concerned for you. I wish you well. I've already prepared you. I've already told you what to do. Iraq's minimum exchange rate needs to be in order for them to be compliant with the IMF. Take the SDR $1.33 minus 2%. Iraq has to be at an exchange rate at a minimum in order to be in compliant with the IMF. $1.28. The rate doesn't matter. You're going to trip over your own feet when it finally does float because you're going to be looking for a rate. Watch the growth of the dinar's value. More than 800 companies at the Baghdad International Fair. An active Japanese presence and solid international companies enhancing their presence in the local market. Via PDK, there is a lot of good news coming out of Iraq. Lots of good group chatter. There is all kinds of exciting rumors. Question: is the U.S. government placing a hold on the currency revaluation to keep people from becoming wealthy? No, our government has nothing to do with the monetary reform of the Central Bank of Iraq. We did everything possible to make them modern and they are. But can we tell them, okay, go ahead, do it now? No. It is strictly their prerogative. Stop falling for that crap that there's no way Iraq can get all these major projects that they have listed in their budget unless they change the exchange rate. That's false. It's already accounted for. The budget is already created with the proper amount of money set aside for these projects. It's just done in Iraqi dinars with the current exchange rate. Vietnamese currency to appreciate despite forex fluctuations. Quote: experts predict that recent fluctuations in foreign exchange rates are short-term. And the Vietnamese currency, the dong, will trend to appreciate again in the medium to long term. The port of Phao is going to be absolutely insane when it comes to global expansion. How much revenue streams are going to go through? From the Silk Road, Development Road into Europe. This is really exciting stuff. Why would all this be happening if Iraqis use going to be at this punishment rate of 13.10 to the dollar? Why would al-Sudani be going to Davos trying to explain how his country is going to be the savior of the global financial system? Iraq is an import country, with, at this time, little to export except oil. To rebuild the country, they will have to import almost everything they need, so they want a very strong currency so they get much more for their dinar. If they were an export country they would want a very cheap dinar, as is the case with Vietnam, who profits from a vigorous export business due to cheap dong. The lower denims to me is the most top-secret subject of the monetary reform of Iraq. The lower denims and the new exchange rate that they have selected through the RV process. That to me is the most critical piece of information to release, and that should be released in the last seconds of the monetary reform.